Hey everybody, in this video we're going to talk tracking. So, tracking. Tracking is where you basically see which keywords, which websites are making you lots of money, making you sales, getting you them conversions, and which ones aren't. So it's very important that you do tracking. That way you can weed out all the websites, the keywords that aren't making you money, that are just costing you money, and focus on the ones that are making you money. So this is how you level up. Tracking is how you become a big boy and how you get shot, how you fly to the moon of massive affiliate profits. So look, you simply have to be doing tracking if you want to take this seriously and if you want to make lots of money. This isn't even optional. You got to do this, okay? Trust me, you will thank me for it, because the second you start tracking is the second you make a hell of a lot more money. All right, so hopefully that right there sells you on why you need to be doing tracking, because little tests and tweaks that you make on your campaign, that you can figure out through tracking, that's what's going to take your campaign from making $5 a day to $500 a day. I kid you not. So tracking, very important. Now, there is a free tool out there that is pretty cool. Free tool that is cool. That rhymes. How cool is that? Now, there's a free tool out there that's awesome. I recommend. It's called Prosper202. Prosper202. This thing's awesome. I'm gonna walk you through how to set that up in this video. All right. So first thing, what you need to do to set up Prosper is you need to either A, register a brand new domain that you can set up Prosper on, and this has to be a domain where you've got nothing else on. So if you want, you can go out to GoDaddy right now, register a brand new website. You can call it your cpvtracking.com, and then you can set up Prosper on that. That's one option. It works great, and I've done that many times before. Otherwise, your second option, what you can do is you can create a subdomain on your website. All right. So basically what you can do is you can create tracking.yourwebsite.com. So, and you could set Prosper up on that, and that will work fine. Now, what's great about that is that setting up a subdomain doesn't cost you any money. So let me just show you how to do that right now. Whatever hosting company you've got, whether that's HostGator, whether that's 1-in-1, or if you've got Beyond Hosting, check to see what your login details are. Now, they've sent you an email that should look similar to this. It's got my domain name, it's got my username and password right here. All right. That's what's going to help us log into our cPanel, which we done, early on. So you should be a pro at this stuff. So let's log into our cPanel now. And we could do that by going to ourwebsite.com/cPanel. So I just went to my website.com/cPanel, and now it's asking me for my username and password. So let's flip back to that email address, and we'll get our username. Let me just copy that. I'll paste that username in, and let's grab that big password that they just randomly came up with. Now, if you don't remember what your username or password is, hey, feel free to just email your hosting company and ask them for it, and they can help you out with it, okay? So if you can't find it, all is not lost, not a big deal. So once you put in your username and password, click the login button, and kapow, we are back into our cPanel. Now what I want you to do is just do a search for subdomain. So let me just go to find, and I'll start typing in subdomain. And you'll see this icon right here, subdomains. Let's click on that. And now what we want to do is create a subdomain that we can use for Prosper202 for doing tracking. Now let's just call our subdomain Prosper. And let's just click the create button. And it tells us that our subdomain has been created. So now we can go back. All right, so now we've created the subdomain. We've got that set up. Now what I want you to do is go back to the main page for your cPanel. So I can click the home button on the top, and that will take me right back to the front page. And once you're here, what I want you to do is just do a little search for SQL, and this will pull this thing up. My SQL databases. Go ahead and click on that icon. Do you see where it says create new database? Let's just type in Prosper. We're going to keep this super simple. So there it is. I just typed in Prosper. Now let's click on create database. Yippee skippy, the database was created. Now let's go back. Next, what I want you to do is to create a new user. So if you scroll all the way down here, you will see where it says MySQL users. And let's create a new user. So underneath username, just type in Prosper again. So there it is. All right, next you've got a password. Feel free to come up with a password to put in here. I wouldn't recommend coming up with a password that's easy to guess. So let's just use this password generator button to come up with some random stuff that nobody would ever be able to guess. So I'm going to copy that. Then let's just put a check mark here. Yes, we have copied this to a safe place and we won't show it to anybody. And let's click on use password. And now that we just came up with a crazy password, let's write this down so we don't forget it. All right. So just open up your notepad and let's just paste that in. I'll say password. And there it is right there. Okay, I'll make it big so you can see it. So now that we've created our username, we've got a password here, let's click on the create user button. But what I want you to do is to copy down this username so that way we remember it. So I'm going to copy that and let's put down username and I'll do that. And also our database name is the exact same thing. So let's just paste that in here too. So yeah, just make sure you remember this username and password. And then what you want to do is go back. And now that we've created our user, let's add him to that database. So let's scroll all the way down. Do you see where it says add user to database? So we want to add that new user that we just created, which is this one right here, into that database that we just created, which just so happens to have the exact same name, right? So make sure that those look correct. And then let's click the add button. And it's asking you what privileges do you want to give this user. We want to give him full privileges. So put a check in all privileges and then click the button that says make changes. And it's telling us that that user was just successfully added to our database. If you scroll down here, you'll even notice this is our database name and that is our username. So if you haven't copied your database name and username and password, now is your last chance. So do that before you forget and it is too late. I've got the password, username, database right there. I'm good to go. So now that we've set all that up, the next step is to download Prosper202. So if you go over to Google, seriously, you can just do a search for Prosper202. And that will give you this website right on top. So the official website is prosper.tracking202.com. And right underneath it, you will see a download button. You can click on that link and that will let us download it. All right, so I'm at the download page. Then what you want to do is click the big green button that says download it. So let's click that and I'm downloading it right now. All right, so as you can see, I've downloaded the zip file to my desktop. Now, what I want you to do is unzip that. So real simple, you can just right click and unzip. In my case, I'm going to go to open with, unzip program. So now inside that folder, I've got all the goodies for Prosper202. So this has all of our files for it. So what we want to do is we want to upload that Prosper202 folder to our website. So we've got FileZilla open. And they're asking us for the host name, username, and password. So those details are in that email that hosting company sent us. So let's open up that email. So let's just plug that in. Our host name is our domain name. So I'm just going to copy that. And our username is in that email. Our username is right here, Stonebree. Copy that. Put that in. And the password is what is down here at the bottom. So I'm just going to copy that. And for the port, I'll just leave it at 21 and I'll hit quick connect. Then I just want you to look for one of these folders, public HTML or www. Either one of those work fine. Let's just open up public HTML. And do you see that Prosper folder? So this is the directory for our subdomain. So let's open that up. Then what we want to do is we want to just copy these contents into that directory. let's just open up the folder on our desktop. And this has all those files that we've unzipped earlier. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to select everything, which you can do by going up to Edit, then Select All. And what I'll just do is I'll move this over here, and let's just drag and drop everything over into that directory. Okay? So all I did was I selected everything. Now I'm just dragging and dropping it over to the right. And this is putting all that stuff inside our Prosper subdomain directory. Okay, so it just finished. It just uploaded all those files. So next, what I want you to do is open up your web browser and let's go to that directory. Let's go to prosper.stonebridgemarketinggroup.com. So go ahead, open up your browser, type that in, then let's hit enter. And it should take you to a page like this. So if you see a message like this pop up, all you got to do is click this link right here to create the config file. So I'm just going to click on that. And then what you want to do, go down to the bottom to where it says, let's go. And this screen is just telling you that you'll need to remember what your database username and password is. And we wrote that down earlier, so we're set and ready to go. So let's click the link. Let's go. So just open up your text pad and let's just paste that information in. So our database name is not actually Prosper202. It really is Stonebridge with that underscore then Prosper. So I'm just going to copy that. And we'll erase what they put in here. Next, for our username, it's the exact same thing. So we made this simple. Our username is Stonebridge underscore Prosper. So I just put that in for our username. And our password is this thing. So I'm just going to copy it. Make sure not to get any extra space or leave off any letters. Copy it. Let's paste that in. Then as far as these last things go, the database host, memcache host, and a table prefix, I usually just leave these as is. So let's click the submit button. And it says, all right, Sparky, you've made it through. So let's click this link now to run the installation. So now we're at the installation screen. Go ahead and scroll down. And what you want to do is you want to add your email address. And for my username, I'll create something like that. And for a password, let's come up with one. Let's type our password again. And you'll probably want to write this stuff down so you don't forget it. So I just put that right here into the notepad. My Prosper email, username, password. So you can print that out. And let's click on the install Prosper202. Alright, so it was that simple. We just installed Prosper202. So this is my success page. It's giving you all the details, the username, password, and your login address. So now that we've created our account, set things up, go ahead and log in by clicking this link right here. And we'll sign in. And we're in. If you want to access the tracking dashboard, click the link in the top that says Tracking 202. So Prosper202 is a stellar application. This thing is insanely powerful. This will let you track to see which websites are making you money, which keywords are money keywords, and which keywords are not making you money. So that way you can just eliminate those, get rid of it, so that way you can just focus on the ones that do make you money. So this is a very powerful tool to test, to track, to do split testing, and just to get that eagle eye view on your campaign and to just do more of what works. So I very highly recommend you pick this up, you install this, and you just spend a few minutes going through some of the documentation that comes with it so that way you can learn how to use it most effectively. Now, when you want to set this up and connect this to your CPA network, that way everything just talks together and works perfectly, what you can do is click on the tab that says Setup. Alright, so you click on that. And what you'll want to do is just go through these steps. They're just going to walk you through the steps on how to set this up. You'll want to add your traffic source, which in our case is going to be Lead Impact. So there's two quick things I want to mention. When you go through the setup process, one of the questions that they'll ask you is, where is the conversion code for your traffic source? So our traffic source is Lead Impact. And if you want to get the conversion code at it, what you can do is go to Campaigns. You see this? Click on it. Then once you're at this page, do you see the link right here that says Get Your Conversion Script? This is the link that you want to click. So this is where you go to get the code that you'll want to paste on your CPA offer. All right, so this is a conversion tracking code. And if you head on over to your CPA network, whichever one you joined, Neverblue, Peerfly, Max Bounty, what you want to do is look for their conversion tracking. So do you see the tab for tools? Let's click on that. And then you'll see they have a section here for Pixel Manager and Global Postback URL. So let's click on Pixel Manager. And you see this link over on the right-hand corner, Add Pixel. And they're also helping you out in case you don't get all this tracking stuff. You can just click that link. And anyways, go ahead and click on Add Pixel. And this is where you go to set all that up. Now, honestly, if there's any questions you have about setting this stuff up, you're not quite sure how to do it, hey, no big deal, no problem at all. You've got two friends in the industry. So once you're signed up with Lead Impact, you're going to have an account rep. So this is the guy who's there to help you out. You can ask him questions. So this guy's sole job is to help you out and to help you get started. So do you see right in the top right-hand corner where it says Contact New Account Specialist? Or once you're officially signed up with an account, it's going to say your account rep. So what you can do is you can just click that link and send him a message if you've got any question. I can send him an email right now and say, hey man, can you help me set this up? Or how do I set up tracking for Prosper? And he'll walk you through those steps. Same with your CPA network. So do you see how this is my affiliate manager right here, Chad Wilton? So this is a guy that I can hit up. I can drop him a line on Skype. I can send him an email, give him a call, and ask him if he can help me set up the tracking code. So your affiliate manager and network manager will be more than happy to help you out. So those are two different people that you can contact. Your account rep at Lead Impact and your affiliate manager at your CPA network. And also the documentation right here at Prosper202. So yeah, go through those, set this thing up, get tracking set up for your account, and then you'll be ready to rock and roll.